Religion teaches us why God created us. Why did God create us? God created us to know Him, to love Him, and to serve Him, and to be happy. Hello, welcome to the show, The Truth Unveiled. I am your host, Father John Okerolu. In the last episode, we saw that God exists, that He created us out of nothing, since we are finite and contingent beings, but He alone is infinite and a necessary being. We also saw that He preserves us in existence and He governs us as well. From this, we see that we have a moral obligation not only to recognize that God exists, but to acknowledge our utter dependence on Him and to give Him reverence and homage that is His due because of His supreme and singular excellence. But all these pertain to natural religion. What is natural religion, you might ask? Religion is said to be natural when it contains truths and obligations known merely by unaided reason. That is, that God exists, that good is different from evil, that we must reverence God. Imagine if you get a puppy and you take him to your home and you start feeding the puppy, taking care of him. The puppy grows up to see you as not only his owner, but his master. He has utter respect for you, and you command it at your own disposal and will. If a brute animal, as a dog, could recognize that you are his owner, how much more we, rational creatures, who haven't seen that God exists from nature and know that He exists in fact, we ought therefore, and we have in fact, a moral obligation to show our utter dependence on Him. Furthermore, from religion, we learn our duties to God, to ourselves, and to our neighbor. Religion teaches us why God created us. Why did God create us? God created us to know Him, to love Him, and to serve Him, and to be happy. The more we know God, the more we love God. And we serve God when we have known Him, by offering up fitting sacrifices that shows our utter dependence on Him, and sacrifices in order to atone for transgressions offered against Him. We also know that man craves happiness, but he sees that no material thing can satisfy him. This satisfaction must therefore come from God alone, who has created him. Therefore, he reasons that God alone is the supreme good. From the study of man, we see that man is made up of body and soul. The soul of man is spiritual. How is it spiritual? Because man knows things by what is known as universals. When he sees the trees, he forms an idea of a tree. He cuts off the essence and forms the idea of a tree. He sees several dogs, he forms the idea of a dog. He knows things in universals. Man is able to form abstract concepts. Man has a thought or thoughts which cannot be seen. From these things, which are spiritual in themselves, we know that the soul of man therefore must be spiritual, because operation follows being. So if the soul of man is spiritual, and everything in this world that we can see with our eyes are material, it is clear that these things cannot satisfy him. but God alone, who created all of these things, must be his sole and supreme good. But how was man to know how he was to attain this supreme good? This we will learn in our next episode. Stay tuned. This is the truth unveiled.